And now let's say that Megan, who's just here, let's say that Megan goes to see a customer tonight who's owned these for like 30 years and they need them sharpened. Do you think they're going to have their receipt lying around? No, so our customers don't have to have any proof of purchase. You could literally find Cutco on the side of the road and it's still guaranteed forever. Very rarely will you find them on the side of the road, but before I go further, what impressed you more about Cutco? What I said or what you saw?
Combination.
Yeah, so combination. And
How you presented it. Right?
okay, so how they were presented. And now why do you think we don't do this on an infomercial or on TV?
Because you don't have any proof that you're actually cutting through a real penny, and there's not as much validation to it as doing it right in front of you.
Yeah, so after seeing the scissors and how they work, what do you think our customers want to see next?
The knives.
Yeah, they want to see everything we make, obviously, so we show them. And you can pass these around. I just ask that you please don't cut any coins or anything. If you are accepted for training, that's something we do for at least 10 minutes on the third day of training. So you can pass these around. They come in white or red as well, but most people just like the black. And at this point, our reps just flip through this book. And I'm actually going to show you the world's most expensive knives, okay? And they're actually not Cutco, they're these knives here. Does that drawer look familiar to anybody? Okay.
Yeah.
So what our reps do is they just talk about regular knives that people already have. Okay, so wooden handled knives, they're nice when you first buy them, but what do you think happens to a wooden handled knife over time? What do you think?
The wood ruins.
Don't like the wood.
Yeah.
After
Yeah, basically wood is porous, so what do you think gets absorbed into a wooden handled knife?
all the smell.
Yeah, odors, moisture, bacteria, sweat from your hands. If you put them in the dishwasher, they soak up everything. And do you think they're easy to clean?
No.
No, so you're not supposed to put them in the dishwasher, but do you think people still do?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially families, when they have kids running around, the last thing they want to do is hand wash their knives. Plastic knives, they're different. They're not unsanitary, but they're actually the most dangerous knives in the kitchen because plastic is slippery when it's wet, and usually these are glued together. They can fall apart easily. Has anyone ever cut something, the knife wobbled, felt like it was going to break?
Yeah.
Okay, so that can happen over time, and they can melt easily from the dishwasher, as I mentioned, and something like this can happen. It can melt like that. Let's see, I actually have one from my dad I just got recently. It's kind of funny. It's bent. It's just kind of like the knife just came apart. But anyway, so carbon steel is similar to if you think about like the rusty tailpipe of a car is made out of the same type of stuff, and so they rust, pit, and corrode, but they actually hold a really sharp edge. Whereas stainless steel, they don't do that, but they also dull really quickly. They're similar to disposable razors. And why do you think disposable razors are disposable?
So the companies can make more money off of selling more of them?
Okay, pretty much, yeah. So it's called planned obsolescence, so people just have to keep buying them over and over again. And so disposable razors, they dull quickly and you can't sharpen them. That's why they're disposable. So why do you think these are the world's most expensive knives after hearing a little bit more about them? These types of knives.
It's because you have to keep purchasing them?
Yeah, people have to keep buying them over and over. And the average family throughout their lifetime is going to spend about $3,000 replacing kitchen utensils. So that's where Cutco comes in to solve those problems. And for obvious reasons, I just ask that you're careful because they are knives and they are sharp. And let's see here. If you just want to take that one, Mindy, what do you notice that's different about the handle of that knife?
It's formed for your hand.
So it's formed for your hand. Yeah, the person who designed Cutco was left-handed, and he made them ergonomic for right, left, big, or small hands. And let's see here.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thumb and forefinger lock into place for better control and safety. And have you ever seen someone cut like this with their finger on top?
Yeah.
Kind of like pushing. It's actually more dangerous to do that, and you have to use your whole upper body to cut. So this is ergonomic. You only have to use your hand. And what do you think the handle's made out of there, if you had to take a guess, ma'am?
Some sort of, I'm not sure exactly, plastic material I'm thinking, but not since you just said that plastic handles just fall out, so
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll let you off the hook. It's actually called high-impact thermal resin, which I really didn't expect you to know.
Yeah.
But that's similar to bowling balls, football helmets, motorcycle helmets, lining of a dishwasher. And why do you think we use that material?
Because they're sturdy.
Yeah.
When you have a bowling ball, it lasts for quite a while.
Yeah.
You don't see people replacing those things often.
Yeah.
Football helmets get hit all the time.
They're meant for
Yeah.
destruction.
Yeah, they resist melting, chipping, and breaking, and they don't fall apart. They're dishwasher safe too. And what is a knife supposed to do?
Cut.
Cut. So what do you think our customers want to do?
They want the knife to do all the work.
Yeah, they want to see how it cuts. So when I was a rep, my favorite part was cutting stuff for the customer. And so what we do is we use rope because it won't harm knives, and it gives a comparison to like meat and vegetables. And we asked the customer to get out some of their knives. And I'm assuming nobody brought knives with them today, at least I hope not. So I'll just pick some for you.
In my other purse. first.
And as far as, this is like a straight edge knife, okay, just like regular straight edge, that's actually one of our competitor knives. And a serrated knife, something like this for like bread or carving, okay. What I'll do here, Matt, I'll have you be the first person to try it. And first of all, we'll start with this straight edge knife. And if you're gonna take this one, and just start from the back of the knife and just use full strokes and apply pressure, try this all the way through.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I think we get the point with that one. So, a straight edge knife, what people like about them is that they make a nice clean cut when you buy them, and they actually don't rip or tear at all, even when they start to get dull. But what do you think you're supposed to do to the edge over time?
I'm sorry, what you're supposed to do to that?
Yeah, to the edge.
Resharpen it.
Yeah, it's actually suggested that for straight edge knives, you sharpen them before every meal. Now, why do you think families don't do that?
It takes time.
It's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's inconvenient, takes a lot of time, and most people don't have the right equipment or knowledge. This is actually from one of my customers. She didn't know how to sharpen it, it's all scratched up, and so she just gave it to me about Cutco instead. But anyway, so straight edge knives are high maintenance. Now serrated knives are different, they've got the teeth on there, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, start from the back and just all the way through. It's okay. Alright, so, you notice that one cut a lot quicker. And what kind of a cut did you notice it made?
It's, yeah, messy.
Yeah, so they're messy, they rip and tear. And so the advantage is that they cut quicker, but when they get dull, they rip and tear. And do you think you can ever sharpen a knife like that?
No.
No, not unless you have like a chainsaw sharpener. But most people don't have that in their kitchen. So after about 1 to 3 years, what do you think people end up having to do with these?
Replace them.
Yeah, throw them away. Or they just put them in their junk knife drawer because they don't know how to get rid of them. So that's why Cutco formed this edge. And has anyone ever seen the show Modern Marvels on the History Channel? Okay, we were featured on there in 2007. It's called The World's Sharpest, the name of the episode. And it's aired, usually every 1 or 2 months or so they still air the episode. But this edge is called the double D edge. It stands for double durability. And in between the points are 3 razor sharp edges, okay, 3 different angles. And they're designed to cut forward, backward, straight down, and the points protect it from going dull. Okay, so, and actually I'll have Matt, I'll have you take this one. We'll see how this one works. So if you want to start from the back of the knife and just all the way through. Oh, actually, all the way through. There we go.
It cuts like a straight cut like the
Yeah, pretty clean cut.
knife.
And,
It's a lot quicker.
Yeah, and if you want to try, I'll have you try one more time and try to hold on to the grip. But most people do that, which is fine.
Yeah.
And try to do, I bet you could do in 1 full stroke. There you go. So how'd that feel in your hand, by the way, the handle?
It's comfortable. I got used to working with patent knives at my workplace, so it was like,
Most people do,
Yeah.
so with this edge here, do you think it ever needs sharpening?
it doesn't seem like it, I would guess not.
Yeah, they do, eventually, any knife does. But they stay sharp on average for about 7 to 10 years, and then when people need them sharpened, they send it back to our factory, and we do that free of charge, no questions asked. And we even do free in-home sharpening for customers if they don't want to send them away and live without them. And that's something that our more advanced representatives learn how to do later throughout their career. And so that has that same edge as this one, and this has the double D edge too, but when you look at a knife like this, what would you normally think you're going to use it for?
Butter.
Butter. So has anyone ever tried to cut steak with a butter knife?
Doesn't work very well.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well, but that has the edge so you can cut steak, but you can also use it for buttering bread and chicken and tomatoes and waffles and pork chops and things like that. So what we do is we cut leather because it's tough like steak. And we have customers get out some of their steak knives, which most people have stuff like this at home. Okay. And what I'll have you do here, let me take this one, Mindy, and actually move this over. And we'll take this one first, and just go ahead and actually, that one has like a crack in the blade. Let me use this one. Okay. Or the handle. Okay, so if you're gonna take that steak knife and just go ahead and saw like halfway down. Okay, now press straight down toward the table, just push. Alright, so notice how it's going a little bit there. You can do the same thing with this one, just saw about halfway down. Alright, now press straight down.
Oh, wow.
Gonna finish this one, make sure it's not a one-hit wonder. Okay, and then you can saw through all 3 of these too.
Softer?
Yeah. Okay, notice the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can try this one out too. I'll actually move that one out of your way there. Let's go ahead and saw about halfway down. Now press straight down. Okay, and I'm sure you don't make your steak like this, but like
Try that too.
just go ahead and saw like halfway. Press straight down.
So smooth.